Hello, this is a rare find I just got. I paid a little bit more than I wanted to, but certainly less than what a lot of people were asking for. This is Mikadroid Media Blasters, I think. Maybe not. I thought it was Media Blasters. No, Discotech. Toho Films. This came out in 1991, and this is kind of a hard movie to get. It's a Japanese film. I got it off of eBay, and the seller gave me just a pristine copy. Couldn't ask for anything more. The price was decent enough, I guess, and the copy's like perfect. And this film is rated 5.6 out of 10, which is about right. This is a really kind of for the niche Japanese sci-fi lovers. It's not the greatest film in the world, but it's still, I really like it, and I've been wanting to get it for a long time. As you can see, the premise here: during World War II, three athletes are transformed into super soldiers to serve in the Japanese army. So basically, two of these guys get like halfway transformed, and the third person becomes the Mikadroid, who's like fully has gone the full experiment. And basically, the bombs fall to the lab. Two of the guys escape when the Japanese are getting bombed, but one got stuck in there. And then, like years later, there's like a discotheque built on top of it, and thing comes to life, and somehow the other two that escaped haven't aged at all in that whole time due to the experiments. But then they come to, once it is revived, somehow they know and they battle it, and I'll leave it at that. But it was, the settings basically more or less in a parking garage and like tunnels under this building. Kind of reminds me of a P2 Parking 2, which was a horror film in like 2007 that takes place solely in a parking garage. It's pretty good too. But there's some decent effects and some, a small amount of miniature work. But I like this film. I watched it again last night. And here's what the inside looks like. There are chapters. And Robo Kill Beneath Disco Club Layla. Mikadroid. And let's put this disc in real quick. Oh yeah, I forgot I was watching some of that. I was falling asleep last night watching that. Just to show you, there is an extras. This is solely in English subtitle, but here's kind of what the menu looks like. It's in full screen too. Fortunately, I stretch this with my Oppo player, so then I can. Oh, it's not letting me. Why aren't you letting me do it? Okay, it's about as far as it'll go. But making of special, which is decent enough. That's also in subtitle, English subtitle. So we can click on that, and that is it talks about just making the film and how it got adapted and some of the miniatures and stuff like that. But it's 13 minutes, so that's your 13 minutes extra feature, Tale of Resurrection. And we'll go ahead and get out of this, so I'll spare you that. But yeah, oops. And yeah, that's it for special features pretty much. And this film is like 101 minutes, I think. Yeah, you get the typical artwork gallery that nobody probably ever looks at. Alright, so anyway, Mikadroid. Let me put that away before I space this disc. I have some cool stuff coming in the next couple weeks. I'll make another video about some of my new finds, or not new finds, but new purchases. And when I say I finally finished Dark Matter, and season 3 was actually getting really cool. At least the show, it got canceled kind of like towards the apex of the show. I was really interested in the new alien life form that was coming through the doorway from another dimension. I was kind of digging on that, but yeah, I enjoyed it. It was cool, kind of a cool concept, and I ended up really liking it. Now I'll have to move on to the next series here. Not here where I'm going to show you, but here's some other films I just got. Reminiscence with Hugh Jackman. It's in this kind of dystopian, like, not a water world per se, but where it's kind of flooding out. It reminded me of the setting reminded me of that Rutger Hauer film where it was like half the scenes were like, you know, some guy walking through water, but he's like this I wouldn't say a scientist that his business is basically getting into people's like memories and stuff, and letting them lounge in there and kind of being able to like walk them through different kind of events and stuff. And this was the European version. And one thing I've noticed about some of these European Blu-rays and 4Ks is it comes with like the thicker 4K box. I mean, this is dual disc and stuff, but compared to like, here's the A Few Good Men, which I'm gonna do next, but you can see like it's like 1.5 times thicker. It's like better quality. See, this holds the 2 discs too, so kind of no excuse. It's a thicker, but yeah, I was gonna say it's shorter, but maybe barely. I just like the case better. It's just a more solid case. Anyway, I liked this film. I forget what it got on IMDb. It was probably hovering around like the mid-5s and stuff. I thought Hugh Jackman was cool in here, and it had some pretty good twists and turns. It ended up turning into like a murder mystery kind of deal, but I would recommend it. It was a very affordable. I think I got this for like $10 or something, maybe like 11, $12 tops, but it came from it was from an overseas seller, and I can't remember the name of it. It's a big seller, but anyway, yeah, came in good quality. Enjoyed it. Now I'll show you A Few Good Men in 4K. I really love this film, and I was wanting to watch it again, so I said, let me get the Blu-ray. I think I had only it on DVD. This film's kind of special to me because when I was in the Navy, there was Coronado Amphib base in San Diego. They had like was it 32nd Street or was it Coronado? Yeah, it was Coronado. They had like a day area where like you can just go hang out, you know, watch TV, or I don't know if they had like foosball tables, you know, somewhere just for Navy people to chill out. You know, maybe like had some vending machines and stuff. But I went in there one time. And that's the first time I ever watched this movie. And I was thinking, wow, this is great. And Jack Nicholson just actually, they all three of them did really good job in this film. But you know, Jack's just the greatest. And the 4K did not disappoint. It does have kind of a fair amount of grain to it. Like I've said maybe in other videos, I'm not the biggest fan of film grain. The cleaner the picture for me, the better. But I adjusted the TV, the clarity and stuff, and still had some grain in it, especially the dark scenes. But it was still looked great either way. Anyway, A Few Good Men, and two more DVDs. The Fabulous Journey to the Center of the Earth. Now this is I don't know, it doesn't show his name right on the cover, but the director, I think it was Spanish. Yeah, Juan Piquer Simon. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but yeah, a take off obviously the Jules Verne Journey to the Center of the Earth, and I really like this one. I think I watched this a long time ago. There's another film that basically almost starts similar to this called the Mole People from like the 50s that I don't own yet. I want to get that. I think it's on Blu-ray right now too. But I can't quite remember if I had seen this or not. I think I had seen part of this before, or was confusing with the Mole People, but I watched it, and the DVD is just really good quality. I was surprised at this is the extended European version. I was surprised by the quality of the master. It looked really good. There was a little bit of grain in there, but actually not too much. And I mean, it is DVD, so you're not going to get a 4K amount of grain or anything, but I really like this. There was some of the obviously creatures were kind of funny, but you know, the whole journey through the caves and stuff that they it was well done. It's equally as good as a lot of the other stuff you'll get. You like I forget what the Brandon Fraser's Journey to the Center of the Earth, which I like too, but I like this a lot more. It just has a little more character to it. And I was thinking, does it come with? Yeah, it didn't come with a special. I don't think a making of or anything. Just your art gallery thing again. And here's the inside comes with. This is the Media Blasters, I think. But yeah, I think you could. Yeah, Code Red. That's who did this. That's why Code Red is just funny because the Code Red is from A Few Good Men. Did you give him Did you order the Code Red? You're damn right I did. Anyway, so yeah, Code Red is the distributor of this, and you can still find this for cheap. And I think I got paid like $13 or something for this, $14. You have to look around, but again, came in great quality. I think I have like DVD cases that I try to if I get something with kind of suspect case, I just swap it out. Okay, and here's the last DVD, which was an unexpected DVD. I bought the Guyver 2, which I'm gonna do a separate video on the director's cut, but the case was kind of mangled in it, and I don't know if this person gave me this as like a oops, sorry, my bad on the case of the Guyver, but I had never seen either of these films, and I thought it was really cool if that's he threw that in as a kind of a, yeah, I'm not sure if anyway. So I ended up watching Survivor on this, which is this one here, which is totally like a remake of the Thing story, and with maybe a little Alien and Predator thrown in, one of those clones, you know what I mean? And it's basically oil drilling crew hits a layer of undisturbed rock, and they like puncture through to this ship, and this creature ends up waking up, and then all hell breaks loose. But I mean, you can't go into this thinking, oh, is this going to be, you're going to compare it to The Thing anyway, but it wasn't bad on its own. It's a lower budget film, and I thought they did the best they could. The Alien itself looked pretty good. It was The alien kind of reminded me of some of the aliens from, oh, no, I can't remember that series now. Oh, it's gonna bug me. Kind of like the rubber suit, but a convincing rubber suit. Let me find that, because that'll bother me if I don't remember it. Is that it? No, it must be here. Oh, well, I guess I'm not going to remember it. I'm not going to waste any more time here. Look. Oh, yeah, here it is. It reminded me of the Kamen Rider, some of the monsters in the Kamen Rider series. The Japanese rubber suit kind of deals, but it was, the lighting was kind of darker, so it had some cool effects, like some of the lighting on the suit was cool. But I have not watched this 30 Years to Life. And these are, which I saw immediately at Echo Bridge. I was like, no, not Echo Bridge. But I enjoyed it. I watched it the whole way through. And I think this DVD combo is, I think these are, UPN, like these, there's like a series of films, I think in the 80s or 90s on UPN, like that was on like Flight Night on TV, like late at night, called Flight Night. And I think there was a series of like 15 of these films that came on, and only a few of them actually made it to like DVD. There was some on there was some that got put out on VHS tape, but these are 2 films from that series. And yeah, this DVD itself, I mean, that's just like a solid $20. Of course, the case was, I swapped out the case, so it looks really nice now. But yeah, it was like $20, and you can see it's one of these 2-for-1 films on its disc. So, alrighty, that's 17 minutes. That's enough. I'll be doing another video for those. I might as well just show you real quick. And this is the Guyver 2. So I'll be doing a separate video on that compared to, I think that's the director's cut. But, alright, I'll leave it at that, or else I'll just keep talking. Take care.